Okay, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm so glad that you can join me today for this course that we are presenting. It's about journey through Quran, and we will be starting on Surah Baqarah. So once we will start Surah Baqarah, even before that, we'll talk about the structure of Quran. So in module one will be introduction, and we'll look at the overview of the surah, the objectives. We'll look at the spiritual and the intellectual engagement that's necessary in order to understand Quran and Surah Baqarah. In general, Quran basically. We will look at the benefits of Surah Baqarah. You will look at some of the material that will be provided to you in the first section, which is the module one, and which will be the intro section. In module two, you will be looking at what is the approach that's needed towards understanding Quran, what kind of approach is positive, what kind of approach is negative, and how should we really engage with what attitude. We will look at the structure of Quran. So before going into the details of each surah and how we, analyze it and how we study it, we need to first understand how Quran is structured. So the structure of Quran is very necessary to understand the Quran recommendations if you are looking into different kind of tafsir. So what kind of tafsir is most beneficial for you, or you can be able to get the most out of it according to your own inclination. So some of the recommendations, don't forget to look at that. Quran recommendations, then we have some of the concepts like which are regarding Quran. People have misconceptions regarding that. What are those misconceptions? We will look at the composition of Quran, how the Quran was compiled over the time. Science of correlation. This is a very important topic, and which is the main topic that we need to focus on when we do this study of Quran. So, what is the science of correlation? How do we divide the surahs? Based on the long surahs and the short surahs, and what is the connection or interconnectedness of the surah? So, we will look at that definitely. We will look at the PASH model of understanding Quran. So that model is developed in ASCP, which is how you can really understand it in a particular manner. So we will apply that module actually to every other surah that you will learn. So this course will be beneficial for you, not only for just understanding Surah Baqarah, but you will learn the whole module. In the whole module, second module, you will learn everything about the foundation of how Quran is compiled, how Quran is like structured, what is the science of correlation, how the surahs should be studied. You will also get a study guide. So in module 3, where we talk about the divine commands of the surah, we will look at how we get into this study now and how we look at the study guide. So what is that main um, study guide that we can use and apply to throughout the surahs in Quran, basically. So you will see that this course will be able to give you a whole lot more than you would expect to understand and expect to get out of it. We will look at the historical background. In module 3, we will look at what is this analysis of specific divine commands in Surah Baqarah, the key points of discussion, the central theme of the surah, the division of passages, um, and then general implication as well as the spiritual implication, how you can apply it to your daily life. So you have to look at all those things in the historical context as well as how we can really apply it to the modern day society, the concept of divine commands, Islamic perspective. So that's all for the module 3. For the module 4, when we will go into deeper explanation and exploration of the verses, then we will look at verses 1 to 5. First, we will focus on that. And in that module, you will be looking at what is guidance, how guidance is uh, like what are the different kind of guidance, what are the prerequisite of guidance, why some Muslims receive and some Muslims don't receive guidance. We will also look at some of the very, very important questions like what's the difference between Muslim and Mu'min, Islam and Iman, who are the muttaqeen, and then what are the criterias that a person can be disqualified from actually receiving guidance. So that's actually, again, it's very important topic as well, because a lot of time people focus on receiving guidance for those who are muttaqeen, but we should also look at what are the reasons that somebody would lack that and may not be able to qualify for that. So we would not fall into those, those kind of areas where we will not receive guidance from God. So those are all very, very important topics that we will be discussing and many more. So I will be happy if you join me, and inshallah, we will be together on this journey through Quran.